I find myself obligated to explain to you the truth. Really the truth. Now this is to the European people. So many European people do not know the facts what happened in the Middle East, especially here in England. And other, now I'm just explaining. Now, Mr. Sheikh President Erdogan might not like what I am saying if he was approached him or the wonderful group around him. But I say this is why I am insisting to say that Erdogan is like a wonderful flower in comparison, a beautiful. He is indeed, but allow me to say, in comparison to the, allow me to say this. They keep deleting my videos on the dirty or terrible or rotten or racist history of Turkey. An unbelievable, unacceptable racism, accurate, came from Europe itself. But the people, the common people in the Middle East before a century did not know this clearly. Even if they know it, they wanted to get rid of the Turkish occupation. It's no longer an Islamic occupation since 1855. Something happened at that time. Okay, 1560. It is an announcement by the Turkish elite that Islam is not going to be the method that they will deal with other nations. Yes, there is positive sides here and here. There was a good, wonderful soldiers as well and bad, but in the elite as well. But this is the nationalist movement came from Europe and invaded Turkey, and Ataturk was a result. And if you, I mean, there is a say, على رأس ريشة. It's a long story to explain. The Turkish used to have this Risha. So the Arabs used to, or the people who speak Arabic as a mother tongue, even in Turkey they used to speak Arabic, but the people in the Middle East used to say, do you have Risha, على رأسك ريشة, like the Turkish? If you have this on your head, then we shouldn't argue with you, because no one argued in the time between 1900 and 1915 and 1920. You cannot even argue with the Turkish leaders. You cannot. From 1850 to 1920, the 70 years, if he's a Turkish lieutenant or captain, you just don't say anything to him. Otherwise, they will talk this. I don't know. It's called al-khazooq in Arabic. A big stick, a big long stick, maybe 4 meters, and they put it in your asshole, and then they push it there until it go out from your mouth. This is how they used to do. That's why the people in the Middle East. See, when you go to Erdogan, he is covering up. He is cleaning this. But you cannot see it this way because you're not aware of the region. That's why this man deserves respect, Erdogan. You cannot see it except if I stayed with you for a long time and start explaining things about what happened in what's called Hijaz and Arabian Peninsula, the time of Ibn Saud Abdul Aziz, 1945 before and after, the First World War before and after, the 18 to 1900. Erdogan is a wonderful thing. No one, al-kamalu lillah, liwajhi Allah, al-kamalu lillah. The perfection is only for God. We are human, but this man is wonderful. It's a wonderful choice to Turkey. That's a respectable. That's why this is a fact. That's why it's strange when I look to people criticizing Erdogan for the absolute wrong reason. They are bad, filled with contradiction and creating problems. And so Turkey have a depth. Turkish people. So many Turkish do not understand this, unfortunately. He understands it, Erdogan, yeah. And he do not want people to understand what I am understanding. And I respect that. Because it will create, because he loves Turkey. He cares for the Turkish people, Erdogan. Yeah, he cares for all Muslims, for all human. But he is responsible. وكلكم راع ومسؤول عن رعيته. أعطى الأجير حقه قبل أن يجف عرقه. All confirmed hadith. So the man give him his حتى even if he's a president أعطى الحجيرة حقه. Give the worker his what he deserved before his sweat is what do you call it, evaporated. Even if he's a leader, even if he's a normal worker, be decent with Erdogan, starting from the Turkish people and others. In Middle East, people start at 1910, 1890, 1910, this time, World War One, 34, 32, this time. People found, the English used to come and say to them, we will protect you from the racist Turkish. And the people in Palestine enjoyed this. People in Damascus and Cairo. That's why an Egyptian leader said it's almost a marriage between us and England, because they want to get rid of the Turkish racists. No longer an Islamic way. Bolstik, this Khazouk, and nationalism, no more Islamic. This is the result. This is what happened. This is the end of the Ottomanic Empire. It's no longer Ottomanic Khilafah. This is what created the collapse. Yes, there was good people. Maybe the Khalifa himself was a good person, Abdul Hamid. But change, that's it. دب الفساد بالدولة وصنع الظلم والدولة الظالمة لا تبقى. This is also confirmed hadith. The corruption starts eating Turkey. Racism and unjust. And a state with unjust will always fall, even if it's a Muslim. And a state of justice will remain, even, this is from Muhammad, even if it's a state of justice. Some people say it's the companions, some people say the tabi'in, salaf. But it's a dawlat, from Muhammad. There is a, anyway, it is indeed hadith. The state of justice remain, even if it's disbelieving in God. And the state of that is creating unjust will be destroyed and vanished, even if it's a Muslim. Saying that the Muslim public and things or government. One second, please. So they are enemies at the end. The English, the French, that even that time, at that time, terrible. The Arabs, and this is a mistake, they trusted the English people. They trusted the leaders. They trusted England. They trusted France. And they said, England is better from Al-Khazouk, from this stick in our asses and this racism. You know what? England, we will work with you to kick the Turks away from Middle East. And then you give us our independence. And England said, we promise you, we will do this to you 100%. But they didn't. They established the so-called Israeli state, and they killed a lot of Muslim Arabs. Okay? Arabs who speak Arabic as a mother tongue, and also Arab natives. They killed. They start manipulating the region. This is Gog and Magog. This is France and England. They created something called Lebanon. The so-called Christian have a say there. That's why look how it is right now. Look, even the media in Gulf States, Arabic, and the Jamiat al-Arabiya, the University of Arabs, and Arabic movement, nationalists came from Europe to Ottomans. And the Arabs said, if you have nationalist and patriot in Turkey, we also will have the nation of Arab from the Gulf to the ocean. See, and the Ottomanic Empire was finished. Ataturk said it's no longer Khilafah. And World War II. Then the 1945, the establishment of the Sykes-Picot, they cut the Arabs. There is a lot of people who are not even from the region, from Eastern Europe and other places, who settled there, among them so-called Christian, worked with Mishael Aflaq and others. That's why when you go to Jamal Abdel Nasser, after Farouk and after the kingdom, this is the result. It needs a lot of explanation. To see what the devil did, to see Satan century, to see the role of Gog and Magog. I understand. It's hard for those who doesn't want to be in the accurate path to understand what I'm trying to say. And the so-called Shiite, oh my God, since the Shah, Sheikh Khaz'al, this is the beast even mentioned in the Bible. It have many heads. One of the heads is a little bit destroyed, and then survived. It's the so-called Jews. You understand me? And the so-called Christian is there, the Crusaders, and the so-called Shiite, and the so-called Hindus, the so-called Buddhists, really, and atheism. This is the beast walking through this. Sometimes they are taking place, sometimes atheism, sometimes the Crusaders, sometimes, you understand me? Unbelievable. I understand it's hard a little bit for many to recognize what I'm trying to say, but it's facts. It's the truth. Thank you.